Hi, Mark Savage here with Savage on Wheels. Paul and I were just talking. We get to drive another car today. That's unusual. It's usually a crossover. It's usually an SUV. This is a BMW, which that's also a lot of fun always. Not a huge logo, Paul. That's pretty nice.
Medium-sized logo. But the big grill.
Big grill, which I know not everybody loves it.
Not a fan.
What's up, Doc?
I think it's very distinctive. It reminds me of old BMWs.
It's a BMW-ish.
And old Pontiacs had that kind of grill on it too.
Wow, that's a blast.
That's a blast from that. This is the M440i X-Drive. X-Drive means it's got all-wheel drive, and this is the Grand Coupe. They also have a convertible. They also have a two-door. In a Grand Coupe, it has 4 doors. Nice sweeping rear, roof line here. Looks like a hatchback almost. Looks like a fastback. Oh, wait a second. Check this out. It kind of is a hatchback. I mean, this whole thing opens up like a Hornet, Paul.
Yeah, right? Like a 74 Hornet.
Like a 74 Hornet, only this one's going to drive a little nicer.
It cost a whole lot more, too.
It cost a whole lot more than that did. Anyway, a good-sized trunk. We got levers here. We can release that back seat. I think it's a real comfortable car and sporty, of course. So let's take a drive and we'll show you what it'll do. M440i. This is the all-wheel drive version, and got a twin-turbo i6, 382 horsepower, I believe it is, and we'll double-check that later. But yeah, here we go. Let's try the entry ramp. We'll see how it'll go. Sounds good, Paul.
Yep, nice sound.
Whoa.
Oh, we're over a buck there.
Over a buck.
We didn't do that.
And that was smooth, too.
Yes.
It was not, I mean, there is always some push when you're going that fast. But this thing gets up and hauls, but it's got a very pleasant ride to it, although we're in a sport mode right now. That firms up the suspension a little bit. They say it firms up the wheel a little bit. It's a pretty good feel anyway. I think over the years, BMW has kind of eased up a little bit on the ride and on the steering to kind of smooth it out and make it a little more luxurious. That's fine with me because I'm not a young guy anymore. But we still got a lot of power. We can still rip if we want to. There's also a 430i that has a 255 horse engine in it. That's plenty for most of us, but this is a lot more fun. Now we got lucky. We got a sunny day in Wisconsin, so that's a nice thing. And we're kind of out in the country outside of Milwaukee now. This is one of our favorite windy roads here, Paul. This is looks good today. Dry. Yep. And we've got ourselves a BMW that, it handles. Look at this. Woohoo, baby. All right. This is just a fun little road that we have found out here that has been repaved recently too, so it's nice and smooth. But BMWs always handle well, and this one certainly got a good ride to it. We're still in sport mode, which does firm it a bit, but hey, if I'm going through the twisties, I want it to be a little sporty, right?
Right.
So it's really a pretty simple interior here, but it's a lot of leather. Obviously looks nice. It's black because it's a BMW, but it does have kind of the tan seats, which I think are nice. Again, we've got sport, comfort, eco, and adaptive as far as drive modes here we can press. We got a reasonable size screen. It's not a monster screen like in some of the cars, but I'm thinking it's about 10 and a half inches. That's good. Easy instrument panel to look at, and all of this has been pretty easy to go. And one of my favorites, buddy. Heated steering wheel, but what's wrong?
But no bump.
It's a sports car. What the heck? Square off the wheel, baby. That would be nice. Just a little thing. Got dual climate controls, and one of the things I like that some of the cars are doing these days is they project the map up into your center of your instrument panel here, and that's good if you're just wanting to glance down and say what's coming up. That's good. So mentioned is there's a lot of options on this car. First of all, they got the funny Sensatech dashboard, which is $350, and that's like a soft material that Paul and I figured just ought to be what is your interior on this car. Harman Kardon sound system, surround sound, $875. That ain't too bad because we had what, $3,200 on a sound system, I think, on the Volvo that we had recently. The premium package adds $1,750. Parking assistance package adds $700. Cooling and high performance tire package, which you probably would want the high performance tires, $2,400, and a driver assistance professional package for $1,700. So adding it all up, you know, that you can get a lot less expensive one of these, but you know, if you want all the goodies, it adds a lot. So a sporty BMW, the M440i. This one had all-wheel drive. You know, you can get into that 430, which has a little less horsepower, for about $46,000, and then obviously a few add-ons. This one starts about $55,000, add a few add-ons, and it gets up to $67,000. So, you know, someplace over $50,000, you can go with the higher horsepower. And I like this green color. That's a little bit extra too. Everything always is. But hey, sharp car. Cars are a lot more fun to drive than SUVs and crossovers. You can take that to the bank.